Hello everyone, welcome to Tony Talks. Wow. How are you doing? Anyway, taking Coco King now. Any gidi pataki. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for following us. And if you're new here, we say you welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Ask EZEE Concept. I said that invitation letter that was sent to you by EFCC, can I see it? And when they sent me the invitation, I saw that, okay, as you can see, investigation activities, invitation letter, the managing director, EZEE Concept, blah, 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 blah. Now, who is the zonal commander of EFCC in Ilorin? It is Michael Ezenkwe. That's the zonal commander of EFCC in Ilorin. Who is Mr. Michael Ezekwe? Mr. Michael Ezekwe happens to be a pastor in Redeemed Church of God. As you can see,
my ex-family.
As you can see, Thanksgiving today led by Pastor Michael Ezekwe, PIC Grace City Zone. Now, as you can see, that's the same person. He works with the EFCC. That's his picture. So he works with the EFCC and he's in charge of Ilorin. Maybe that was why they moved the case from Lagos to Ilorin, and that was how they detained EZEE for 9 days. And from there, they told him to transfer $274,000. It's not a coincidence again at this point. It means there's a foul play somewhere. As you can see now, it now looks like this pastor Michael Ezekwe has even a bad record, because I don't know why NB accuses EFCC Ilorin zonal head for alleged rights violations. First things first, EFCC prosecutor has done 2 shows with the husband of Mercy Chinwo, and he's still the prosecutor in the case between Mercy Chinwo.
How can they be fair in that kind of case?
So it's no longer a coincidence. Secondly, the zonal head of EFCC in Ilorin, who is now, I heard that they've now promoted him, is now the chief of staff to the present EFCC boss, allegedly. That's now the chief of staff. That means anything they do, we pass through him. Now, this is when I thought that everything was done and everything was over. Only for me to now go and find out that the judge in the case, I looked at a name. There's a name on Instagram registered with the judge, because the name of the judge of that case is Oweye Alexander. Now, I checked the Instagram that is registered with his name. Guess what? This person is following Mercy Chinwo. As you can see, let's search. Type it there. Mercy, bang, 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 bang. Mercy Chinwo. So he's following Mercy Chinwo on Instagram, a name that's registered with his name. Now, when I say, okay, maybe not fake accounts, let me look at the time this account was registered. Ladies and gentlemen, it was opened August 2017. Now, if this account was a fake account, or maybe they changed the name, it would have been written there, not just like my own. They'll tell you former username. So this person opened this account 2017. So obviously, it's possible that it is the judge of the case that even opened it. Una won't kill EZEE Concept. Una won't kill him. Is this the body of Christ or body of connection? It's not a coincidence that the EFCC prosecutor happens to be somebody that does show with Mercy Chinwo's husband back to back. It's not a coincidence. Secondly, the person where they go arrest, the place where they arrest EZEE Concept, go keep for EFCC Ilorin, they leave Lagos, can't go where they say there's no person. It can't happen to be a pastor. Do you understand? Now, one of his programs, let's listen to one of his programs. Listen to the undersong.
Ministering is our Father in the Lord, Pastor Michael Ezekwe, and other anointed ministers of God.
Get set. You hear Mercy Chinwo song under. So he's a fan. Now, it's not looking like the name that was registered in the name of the judge is a fan of Mercy Chinwo. The EFCC prosecutor, Nagai Man, to the husband of Mercy Chinwo, and the zonal chairman of EFCC in Ilorin, they're also a fan of Mercy Chinwo. How EZEE Concept want to survive the case? So first things first. We'll go follow this case. And then claim say that the body of Christ. Is this how body of Christ work? This is not. But this is body of demons. Body of demons. They have bloggers I have called. They have bloggers I have
There's
called.
emotional gaslighting.
Now all of them are the supporter. I'm gonna ask her this question. Why are these people linked to her? The people that are the soul, the people who say they go ground for the case. Why they didn't link to Mercy Chinwo?
How will they be fair in this case?
The
How
judge
will
of
this
this
case, the judge?
Oweye Alexander, much respect to you, my lord. Much respect to you, my lord. But please, my lord, I have done a lot of investigation on your matter, and all my investigation came out that you are a judge that does not compromise. You are a high reputation judge. You don't have record of bribe. You don't have record of corruption. But the fact that you are following Mercy Chinwo, I feel like some sentiment might get into the case. So they should give this case to a neutral person. Who is a neutral? They should give this case to a Muslim judge. A Muslim judge that does not may not know Mercy Chinwo, that does not listen to gospel song, and somebody that does not know EZEE CONCEPT. Let it be neutral. This is Nigeria. We want our justice system to work. We don't want people with connection to keep on manipulating the justice system of Nigeria. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. So that judge, we are requesting that the judge should step down. Now then bring this case on social media. I be no concern else. But she come online and cry. That was when I took interest. And my instinct told me that everything in that video was a lie. And now I am beginning to bring the evidence to back my instincts. My instinct does not lie. God give me that gift to see beyond things. So is this the body of Christ? And I ask the people that are saying I'm criticizing her, is this the body of Christ? Answer very dark man. Like I said, you all will learn. And you all will learn the hard way. Now, if I no travel, because I'm supposed to travel very soon, if I no travel, we'll match that course together. We will request that the judge should not be in that case again. The judge should hand over that case to somebody else. A Muslim judge in particular. What's the problem of the case? How did everything start? They say you breach contracts. But because you feel say you get connection, you know one or two people. Una won't bully this guy. Una claim say una no get bloggers. Meanwhile, everything I have seen so far, if like say now forces against the guy.
Somebody said we need Babalawo judge.
Why did you people take him to Ilorin? I have answered that. It was not a coincidence. You people took him to where we say una get power. And you claim to be with the body of Christ. Body of Christ, my foot. Body of Christ, my foot.
VDM.
I stand for justice and justice. I stay for the truth. I am a man with high integrity. Nobody fit doubt for this country. No possible. As a bring track record of anybody, whether if I pay me for anything, you know, I stand for truth and the betterment of Nigeria. That's why I must pull mouths for things like this. We're going to corrupt our justice system in Nigeria. We're going to make connections. They spoil people things. I know they for them. So we mark for this case. It's beginning to get interesting. Peace and love. You're going to learn. And you all will learn.
They will learn in a hard way.
All right. So
we don't hear how the matter how they unfold. Everybody involved in the case is either they are with EFCC or they are part of the judge and they are part of the church. When religion and politics mix together, there is a big problem. When people who are to stand for righteousness are found where they are compromising, there is a big problem. Aproko Spice, can you join me now? I have somebody online, Aproko Spice, that wants to talk. I have a guest. Can you please shed more light?
The oro is so senu. Obuyosi is so senu is buyosi. Now, to be honest, Auntie, there's nothing that VDM is saying that is new.
Ben,
I guess we all. The truth is, we knew what was up. Behind the scene, we knew what was up. But you see, the cocoa of the matter, the followers, unfortunately, they are still singing and shouting hallelujah. Meanwhile, we wonder, I don't know if people ever sit down to wonder, why are religious leaders so powerful? Because they are so powerful enough in Africa, in the soil of Nigeria.
Of Nigeria now.
Western countries, they humble. Very, very, very humble. The fulufala that they are doing in Nigeria won't be one that in the Western countries. And okay, they are using legal system to chase themselves. Somehow it looks like that on the surface, but they're not actually chasing themselves with legal system. They are part and parcel of the legal system. You remember when there were concerns about the leadership in Nigeria and stuff, and we're like, Why are religious leaders not lending their voice?
So what is going?
The question is, can they really lend their voice? Because they are part and parcel of the system.
They are compromised, too.
Okay? Compromise, okay? They are in the system. They are part of the fabric.
They are part and parcel of the system.
Right? And to remember...
of the 8 billion, how much was that money? The Kaduna project thing. We don't hear anything again.
What's the name? Remember when they were campaigning, when Peter Obiolo when they were campaigning, Peter Obi turned to church. Our pastor suddenly they turned themselves to, they were campaigning and everything. Now, Mercy Chinwo, on a good day, like you rightly said, this is nothing but a civil case. There is no if, there is no but about it. And most of the cases that they even use police to chase themselves up in Nigeria, that they used to lock people up, they are civil cases.
They are civil cases.
The information of character is a civil case. It's nothing, it has nothing to do with criminal charges. It's only when I mean, even if you go to court, of course, civil case can easily turn to criminal case when when safety is compromised. But still at that, irrespective, still at that, it needs to be proven in the court of law that safety has been compromised. Because we live in a Western country. Some of the things that they do in Nigeria, you're like, Abi, is Nigeria in a different planet?
It's a different
from other planets.
It's a different planet, so.
Now, that brings me to Kinon Porukwe Aunty. I know we've not necessarily highlighted that here. That brings me to that police officer in Canada that they refused his visa.
His visa.
Okay.
We are not talking of the pastor that is going to be jailed here. That was just
at the pastor at your Obatoshenwu, Obatoloki one FBI. Okay. He's helping to look after them in FBI. Now, people have forgotten that all that they do on social media, the Western system now pays attention to it. It's not just a case of apply for visa anymore. Now it's a global world. And no matter what, Mercy Chinwo, she doesn't even like herself because, okay, she's going around. She has done this emotional blackmail. You have God, I have God, you have blogger.
Have bloggers.
Okay. But from what VDM has put out so far, even from the guy, the EZEE Concept guy, from the stuff that they've put out, it's obvious who has God and who has blogger. It is obvious who is telling the truth. Because me, I always say, I'm not carried away with emotions. Emotions doesn't trip me. When Mercy Chinwo was talking, I was like, why do you, okay, you even want to cry. It took you so much effort. You have to put camera on your face to cry. They have to edit your videos. Just because it's common sense. If you watch that video and see, you can see that we are content creators now. You can tell when videos are joined. The effort it took her to produce that how many minutes video, the amount of reset and editing, if it's a natural thing, you don't have to reset. You don't have to edit anything. Now, I think what she was thinking was, she will talk. First, you know that Nigerian saying, first to go police, now they win case. But in this case, the guy too, he's not ready to go, he's not ready to lie low. I felt what happened with her was, she thought, as a woman, I will come out, I will say stuff.
Remember when she was even talking, she said the guy hated Jerry EZEE.
Jerry EZEE and Aunty Adunni.
Knows how the follower, that Jerry EZEE has a lot of large follower.
Of course.
So now, who is trying to bring Wood down? But she also mentioned that the guy hated, was it Nathaniel
Bassi? You see what she did, Auntie? Like I said, it's nothing but emotional blackmail. You see, me, when someone starts talking and they put emotions first, it just turns me off. Because you are not telling the truth if emotion comes first. And over time, it's very easy to unpick it. All that she has said so far, so good. Okay, fine. Oti Rojo. But she didn't expect, I don't think she expected that the guy too will Benusi Mike and talk. Because I think the guy maybe felt, do you know what? You're not going to bring me down. Whatever happened between us has happened. Let's put that aside. you are not going to put me down. I'm going to say my own side. I might not say in depth, or I might not talk the way a woman will talk, but I will tell my truth. I will give enough clue for people to add, for people to fill in the puzzle. And hence the reason, to me, I'm all for him. Even though I don't know, both of them, to me, and you said their followers are following. I mean, I think some people that are following Mercy Chinwo, there's always that diehard fan angle of it.
Remember, she's a song minister. So,
yes.
And Christians tend to be more sentimental than logical.
Yeah, but looking at the way things are playing out now, we've always said that gradually people's brain will begin to reset. And as it's resetting, people will begin to re-question things. Because even on our page, when VDM released this video, I actually went on her page to see. And I noticed that initially she locked her comment, but now she's opened it back. She locked her comment section.
At a point?
Yes, when that video came out.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is that, you know how you can censor your comment section?
Yeah.
So I think that's what they're doing, because she locked it and I was like, this is quite suspicious that she will lock her comment section. So people then went on VDMs and started making comments. You understand? So she's left her comment section, but obviously she's not going to allow people put negative stuff. But I think the backlash she was expecting from her, that she was expecting people to throw at her ex-manager, quote and unquote, the backlash she was expecting them to do, people are not actually throwing that backlash at him.
Yeah.
People are actually being empathetic towards him.
After listening to the exposures.
Yes.
Especially how the guy was arrested and taken to Ilorin for 9 days and locked up.
Yes. So people are being empathetic towards him. And I think even on his own page, you can see the empathy. Of course, there's always going to be that loyalty. Because for the guy too, he will not want to rock so much of the boat, because that's the niche.
He's trying to be careful too. You know, this is where he's eating.
Yeah, that's the niche of his business. So he doesn't want to rock the boat.
He still has.
But Sherry, last, somebody go shop breakfast, and the people following them, especially the Christians who are diehard fan. Yes, it is good. Like me, I always tell people, I'm not saying don't go to church. I'm not saying go to church. That is the business of any adults. They are adults. But the thing is, you can see how one Queen Nigeria as a war.
We have empowered them. We empower them.
You can see how they've shared Nigeria like national
because
blood.
If you look at most of these are people that are nobody, that will become church, who have churches. Then before you know it, they become so powerful. Now it's obvious they are ruling us.
Exactly.
Of the law.
And even the musicians are part and parcel of it. Like that apprentice that just left your former, that our music gospel musician that will remix his music.
Which one?
No one can bless you, Lord. You know that our that was not carry my Karemu. He carry my Karemu come service yesterday. No, Mike Abdul. He carried down Mike Abdul. So that one has come and sing.
But I saw the program, yesterday's program. There was no big deal.
And it's no big deal, but it's gradually. We are starting. That's how it all starts. It starts gradually.
It will be tough for him because he's breaking out from a very strong cult.
Auntie, Nigerian system. You see Nigeria? Nigeria is dead die. People will naturally body wale. There's always customer.
They're easy from there. You know why? You know why it is easy for Omugo? That Omugo that started phone. Sorry if you are a newbie here. We talk, we code, so you have to get to know our language here. The Omugo that broke out, that Omugo is having sympathy followers.
Yeah.
That is why Omugo is moving so fast. Remember where gospel singer is coming from? Pastor turned gospel singer. Where he's coming from? The husband of the peacock woman.